This is every LEGO Deadpool minifigure I could find, both real and fake. Yup, that's a lot of Deadpools, man. The Deadpool cinematic LEGO universe is vast. We got X-Force Deadpool, Wolverine Pool, Dr. Pool, Nice Pool, Tiny Silver Surfer Pool,
Cool.
Christmas Pools, Samurai Pool, Pink Pool, Fantastic Four Pool, Spider Pool, Venom Big Fig Pool, Groot Pool, Green Lantern Pool, Disco Pool, White Pool, and honestly, there's a lot more pools. I think you guys kind of get the point. this is a lot going on. However, my collection of Deadpools here is officially outdated. Cringe. Get out of here. We don't have all the pools anymore. That's because someone sent me a link on AliExpress that there were new fake Deadpools that I did not own.
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
Why didn't you guys tell me sooner? Well, it's fine. We're gonna build them now. All right, let's start ourselves off here with our first one, and these actually seem like pretty good quality. Not every fake or real LEGO Deadpool is made equal, and a lot of the fake ones are pretty bad. But this one looks decent. And remember, if you guys enjoy these videos, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below if you'd like to see some more. Later on in the video, there will be a giveaway, so stay tuned for that. This first pool we've unboxed here is actually pretty awesome because it comes with 3 pools. First of all, you got Kid Pool here, and this is actually a minifigure with the mini legs that actually move, which is really nice. It's kind of random when they choose to do the still mini legs versus the movable ones. The movable ones are 1,000 times better. And then it does come with the golden guns, baby. That's Deadpool's only dream, is to have golden guns. And Kid Pool here has got the sweatshirt going on. He comes with a little backpack. It's pretty nice. And if you take off his head, there's another one.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah, pretty much all of these customs come with an under mask as well as an over mask, so it's really just up to you which style you prefer. I do like the over mask, but there's something a little bit more classic LEGO about the under mask, but I don't know, it's kind of a hard decision. I like both. I don't think you can go wrong with either. But then, like I said, you actually get 3 Deadpools in one. So you also get the floating skull pool, the dead Deadpool, I guess. I don't know, the one who was flying in the movie, Deadpool and Wolverine. And then you also get Dog Pool. Now, in the past, we've gotten more sort of like German Shepherd-esque dog pools, but this is the actual dog pool from the movie, and it's really good detailing. Looks a lot like the guy from the movie, and look, you can see his butt, so he can poop out the suit. Amazing!
I think that's a good thing.
Next up, let's build what looks to be Rock and Roll Pool, baby! Rockstar Pool here is actually pretty fire, I'm not gonna lie. Look at that boy's jacket, man. Oh, he's looking on fleek. I gotta stop saying that. He's got a pretty rad guitar right there, although it's only got 3 strings. So it's not a bass. Is a 3-string guitar a real thing? I've never heard of that, bro. I mean, 4 strings is usually a bass, but 3? I don't know. That might be too few strings, my guy. Obviously, he's got the mohawk too, and this is pretty much the only pool that doesn't really come with weapons, although I'm sure he could definitely make pretty good use of his guitar. Oh wait, there's a little evil-looking minifig head on the back. Very nice. So now, not only do we have the rock and roll pool, Disco Pool also gets to have a nice little friend. Yo! Now the other punk type of pool has gotta be Red Dead Redemption Pool. This has got to be one of my favorite pools I think I've ever seen, dude. Obviously a classic cowboy style pool with some 6 shooters, nice bandolier on the front. You got the mask over the mask, so he's double hidden, and just really good detailing all over. Now, this is not the first cowboy pool, although I guess maybe you'd call this a bandit pool, but there was the previous cowboy pool here, which is definitely, you know, a cowboy or like a sheriff pool, because he's got the sheriff star and he's got the mustachio. So now these two kind of go together. You got bandit pool, you got cowboy sheriff pool, and they can just fight each other till they die, which is never, because they're Deadpool. Next up, we've got a bit of a more classic pool. So from what I can tell and research online, this is just a bit more of a classic Deadpool suit from like the 80s instead of modern day. So like you've got more of modern pool right here, and you can see because it's like Wade's face is all Ryan Reynolds, scuffed up, not looking too hot. And on the left, this guy doesn't come with a mask, but you can tell there's obvious differences between their suits. One is much more simplistic and old school feeling, and the other is a bit more modern. Now, there's also other, standard pool suits from throughout the years, like this one here, which is almost more of like a Spec Ops suit. This one feels very like early 2000s when it felt like every superhero movie was super gritty. So you've kind of got the classic suit, the new suit, and then the gritty 2000s style suit here. But then another one is going to be Future Pool, which is really interesting looking minifig. Also, you got the boobas right there. And this is actually the only pool that comes with sabers so far. And these are like glowing red katanas, which is pretty crazy. And it's kind of weird that we haven't had a pool with sabers yet. But according to the website I bought these on, this is supposed to be a Deadpool, but it really doesn't look that much like a Deadpool. And we've also had a futuristic Deadpool in the past, and like I can kind of see, I mean, maybe this is a robot Deadpool from the future, but it's odd. It's definitely very strange. I don't know. Let me know in the comments because, my Deadpool knowledge doesn't go like super deep into comic book lore and stuff like that. So if you guys know, oh lord, particular Deadpool suits better than me, please let me know. I'd like to learn. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2, all of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. One thing I do know is that, hubba. Nah, I'm just kidding. But we do have Girl Pool. I think, or maybe it's called Lady Pool. I don't remember what they called it exactly, but she was in the movie, and fun fact, the actress in the suit was actually Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds' wife, who, I don't know. My wife tells me she's quite controversial nowadays from drama. But this is just a movie accurate representation of Lady Pool here, and we've actually had some variants of female Deadpools in the past. We've had Anime Pool, which is cursed, as well as Pink Pool, which like I guess you could say is a lady, but also Deadpool would definitely wear just a straight pink suit, so I think it might just be Deadpool. But then there is a little girl pool here who is canonically a girl Deadpool, and she comes with a Care Bear. But what Lady Pool here comes with is actually the cutest of the Deadpools, bro. We got Baby Pool, which I don't think we've had a Baby Pool, man. We've had Kid Pool, we've had Dog Pool, but we ain't never had a Baby Pool. This is the future of the Deadpools, man. Incredible. And actually, we can compare the smallest LEGO Deadpool to the largest LEGO Deadpool, which is like a big, thick zombie Deadpool, or Gray Hulk Deadpool, but I think it is supposed to be a zombie, technically. Pretty insane. The size difference is wild, and then here's just a standard pool for added size comparison right there. Ridiculous. So for today's giveaway, boys, we're going to be giving away this nice classic Merc with a Mouth Deadpool here. All you gotta do is hit the like button, subscribe, and comment down below what your favorite version of Deadpool is, or who your favorite superhero is in general, and you'll be entered in to win this bad Larry. Now, let's go ahead and check out some additional, LEGO superheroes. This is LEGO Deadpool by Brick Tactical. In honor of the new Deadpool movie coming out, Deadpool and Wolverine, we're going to be building the world of Deadpool in LEGO. Obviously, we've got a highly detailed LEGO Deadpool minifigure right here, custom of course. We can go ahead and put his strap on, giggity, and he has these custom blade katanas. Yeah, baby. And there he is, the Merc with a mouth.
Nice.
Also, as per usual, there will be a giveaway at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. Now let's start off by building Deadpool's room. First of all, it's a little bit sparse right now, so we'll give him a whimsical bed, as well as a nice little writing table for Deadpool. And of course, we need to have Deadpool's roommate, Blind Al, and sometimes Deadpool lets his friend Peter have sleepovers at his place.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
But it wouldn't be Deadpool without a little bit of mischief. So he takes a marker and does some things to Peter while Peter is sleeping. Biter. That's why you never sleep over at Deadpool's house. And while Deadpool might be extremely childish most of the time, he also does some pretty adult things. The rated R Disney movie, of course. I'm surprised they let them get away with this. That's why we also have 420 Pool. Now, 420 Pool can, you know, do some sus things, like a little jazz cigarette and a martini to go with it. He also can have some more extreme paraphernalia. Yeah, you can buy some pretty weird stuff on Etsy. This is all glass-blown custom Lego products that I found on Etsy. It's a bit strange.
FBI, open up!
Or you can also give him like a Zippo lighter here in order to light his jazz cigarette. Yeah, just a whole load of naughty Deadpool stuff. But Deadpool doesn't just make jokes, he also fights crime. So let's give him some pistols. Sadly, I don't have any Desert Eagles in Lego, but we do have this Glock here. Although, doesn't look great. Well, we've also got this small P250, but it might be a little bit too low caliber for Deadpool. I think Mr. Pool would appreciate this working Lego gun. You can go ahead and cock it back and stuff like that. It's just kind of cool. But all in all, I think we gotta bling our guy out here. We got this man a golden pistol, baby. That's right, gold-plated weapon of destruction. And you know what? We've also got him a gold-plated baby knife. I think it's a karambit from CSGO. Correct me if I'm wrong. But either way, he is decked out to fight some crime. And the real question I had to ask myself is, which villain should we have Deadpool face? And I think the obvious answer is Juggernaut. I feel like Juggernaut with the movies has quickly become the quintessential Deadpool villain. And at first I thought we could maybe build Juggernaut ourselves out of some large-scale LEGO minifigures. Of course, he needs a helmet though, so we go ahead and tear off his head and replace it with this. And we sort of have a custom LEGO Juggernaut, but I don't love it that much, so let's try something different. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alright, we're gonna start off with a pretty standard figure here with firefighter legs. I've got a bomber jacket here, and then we've got this very nice masked looking figure at the top. I know Juggernaut isn't exactly masked, but he does have like a very overbearing helmet, so it kind of works that way. And then of course his larger helmet here, and this is basically just like a very padded and bulky minifigure, so we can add on the arm extensions right here as well as the leg extensions here and here. And this is going to be our big boy Juggernaut, who is very capable of ripping Deadpool in half. And why don't we go ahead and give Juggernaut some goons as well? Every villain needs some goons, am I right? Alright, no gooning in this video, but we do have goons themselves.
What?
So first of all, heavily armored baddie right here. We'll go ahead and give him a heavy machine gun. We've got another sort of just dastardly looking guard here. Let's go ahead and give him an AK-47 because, you know, all bad guys always use Russian weapons in American films. Just makes sense. Russia, biggest competitor in the Cold War. Another standard goon lady here, and we'll just go ahead and give her a nice little scoped rifle. Very nice! Finally, we got this guy here with just a really cool, like, beast mouth mask. Go ahead and give him a nightstick baton and a pistol as his secondary right there. Very nice. Juggernaut will be up to no good. Deadpool is enjoying himself, maybe a little bit too rotten of a hot dog, but hey, the man will just regenerate his stomach after he pukes his guts out, when all of a sudden Peter makes an appearance and explains to Deadpool that Juggernaut needs to be stopped. Deadpool informs Peter to hold his wiener,
I'm out, man.
and it's time to get to work, but Deadpool wants his own goon squad too. So let's build that for him. First of all, we got the main gooner himself, the merc with a mouth. And you know what? Deadpool's a bit of a weirdo, and after X-Force ended up dying, he decided to go really in a goofy mood with the rest of his soldiers. He went to a nudist beach and hired 2 random dudes, both named Gary. You gotta make friends somehow. Then he went ahead and gave both Garys some rubber helmets. Yeah, rubber helmets. And some swords. You know what? Nah, let's not use those. Let's give them real weapons. We're giving the Garys the blickies that Deadpool didn't want. Now with the crew assembled, let's go ahead and build a little battle mock between Deadpool and Juggernaut. We've got our base plate that we're gonna use here, a whole bunch of bricks to make some cool ruins, and some fauna to make it pretty. Let's do this thing. Alright boys, fairly simple ruins here, but overgrown obviously with some forest elements. I think it looks pretty nice. So we have Juggernaut here, and of course Deadpool comes out to face him. Juggernaut is of course very capable of ripping Deadpool in half. Oh, that's his head. There we go. Now he is dead Deadpool. But of course, eventually he is going to regenerate. And then he whips out his katanas. So let's go ahead and build this mock, as if him and his goons are fighting Juggernaut and his goons. Alright boys, our mini Deadpool mock is all done. So, the merc with a mouth over here has stabbed one of Juggernaut's mercenaries with his katana. Meanwhile, another one over here is coming at him with the billy club as well as pistol drawn, and Deadpool is starting to take care of him. Behind them, some more mercenaries are beginning to load up their ammo and fire at Deadpool, but of course he can just regenerate, so it's not really gonna harm him that much. And further behind here, Juggernaut has torn off the head of one of Deadpool's friends, while the other is attacking with his blicky. And behind all of them, Peter is currently trying not to drop the hot dog that Deadpool gave him. And you know what? I just feel like absolutely Florida Man would make an appearance in a Deadpool mock, so he's back here flanking the other 2 mercenaries over this way. It only makes sense that Florida Man is best friends with Deadpool, right? Well, that pretty much does it for today's mock, but we are going to... This is LEGO Deadpool, and he's currently in World War II Germany, slicing and dicing up some German soldiers. He is quite the crowd killer, but he's not alone. His buddy, Wolverine, is partaking in a little bit of the time-traveling fun. Eventually, they find Brickla, and then he is no more. Deadpool might be clinically insane, but he still knows who to kill when time traveling. The 2 superheroes eventually make it back to their own timeline, just in time for the holiday Christmas party, this year being hosted at Arkham Asylum. They're aware that this is DC, not Marvel, but it's Deadpool. He can go and do whatever he wants, I guess. So let's go to the Christmas party. As they walk inside, they spot some of the most famous superheroes of all time. Captain America, Spooderman, Spooperman, Nicholas Fury, The Flash, but he ran so long that his legs literally shaved in half, and Batman, but he was the only one who ended up changing for the Christmas party. Deadpool saw this and immediately felt bad for Batman. After all, Deadpool, he might not be the best guy, but he is a good guy. So he quickly ran off to change and came back in his own Christmas attire. Now ain't that cute? The gang all partied till the break of dawn, baby. Soup's burning that midnight oil with no crime to fight. Seems like all of the villains were getting in on the Christmas spirit.
2 hours later.
Eventually, it was time for everyone to leave. Even Batman had been partied out. He was gonna go scowl on the rooftop for the next 12 hours. And strangely, as everyone else left, Deadpool felt a great sense of melancholy, something that was rather rare for the merc with a mouth. He thought about calling Peter, but he was probably off selling cars. And then it clicked in Deadpool's head. He had just witnessed some of the greatest superheroes of all time, and even fought beside the Wolverine. He simply felt inadequate about his brand. Even his Christmas katanas couldn't couldn't cheer him up today. So he changed back into his usual costume. But even that didn't feel right. He just felt like he was in the presence of such greatness. And now he was just Deadpool. He decided he needed to reinvent himself. So today we're going to be building all of the different Deadpools I could find online out of LEGO to find Deadpool's true colors. And there will be a big old giveaway at the end of this video, so be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned till the end. Now, let's build every LEGO Deadpool minifigure I could find.
Yeah, baby!
This is the only real Deadpool you will see in this video, because LEGO Deadpool that are authentic can be hundreds of dollars. Yeah, they're super collectible, and they didn't print a lot of them. So, this BrickTactical.com Deadpool is real LEGO, and it won't break the bank like real LEGO. It's just a custom. But other ones you'll see are like this Dr. Deadpool. And they come in these little film poly bags. You've probably seen them before. And what's more prestigious than a doctor? So we rip it open. Now these are only $1. And if you buy the right ones, the quality is actually really fairly solid. You can definitely tell the difference between a custom and a fake, even on camera, but just barely. I mean, come on, it's pretty good. Don't get me wrong, there are horrible fakes out there and you gotta watch out for those. But these Deadpool ones are certified bangers. So we build the nurse up, and he comes with a little Deadpool certificate of being dead and a coffee mug, because after all, doctors are always drinking covfefe. It's definitely an honorable profession, and it would define Deadpool as a superhero quite a bit. I don't think there's any doctor superheroes. Oh, except Doctor Strange. Dang it. All right. This is useless. It's okay though, Deadpool. We'll figure this out. We have a lot of options. I mean, look at this. This is a lot of Deadpools we're gonna be able to look at. So why don't we go ahead and build these bad Larrys and figure out Deadpool's new angle of superhero to be more like Wolverine, baby. Now that everything's built, let's find Deadpool's new look. Obviously, he wouldn't make it as a doctor, but what about copying other superheroes? Right here we have Wolverine pool. This actually looks so good, bro. Red Wolverine would be fire, and then mix it with Deadpool, and you got yourself just an incredible guy right here. I mean, this is this is fire. But obviously, there's more than just Wolverine that Deadpool would look up to. There's his homie, Batman. You can see right here, Deadpool actually has the drawing from Deadpool 1 at the very intro scene of him shooting people, which I think immediately disqualifies him from being able to be Batman, because Batman doesn't kill people unless you're Zack Snyder. So him holding a gun and a picture of him doing things with that gun, I'm sorry Deadpool, but I don't think this is your new look. I don't think you can look up to your friend here on this one. He could also try and become your friendly neighborhood Deadpool. Now this is obviously half Spider-Man, half Deadpool here, which is pretty hilarious to look at. So I don't know, maybe he morphed with Peter. He could also become Peter's enemy though, because we do have Venom Pool. This one's actually so fire. Half Deadpool, half Venom, and even the katanas they give you are kind of half Deadpool, half Venom, one black and one his normal silver. And it does of course cross over to his back here as well. So you could have a very conflicted fight between a half Spider-Man Deadpool and a half Venom Deadpool. Although they're both the left side of Venom, so I don't know how that works. Also, this is a problem with fakes, but the legs, do not move. They're literally, look at that. You can see they're like welded together. What the heck? Oh, wait. Does he split in half? Wait, what the heck? Oh, what the? Oh God, is that how they built this minifigure? Oh, have you ever wanted to see a minifigure split in quarters? Well, here you go. Is it the same with this guy? No, they made the Spider-Man 50-50 just like a normal minifigure, but Venom is this weird thing. Okay. Well, it's a good thing we've got the Big Daddy Venom here. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2, all of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. That's right, full-on symbiote form of Venom combined with Deadpool. He's got that kind of gnarly looking blue tongue, but then also his head does pop up, so you can kind of have him eat stuff. You could also take the tongue out, but he does hold normal size katanas, which I think is a little strange. They should be big boy katanas, but really nice quality again. I'm telling you, these fakes are really fairly solid, and this bad boy don't lie. Now we've also got Galacticus Pool. Oh hell no! Is this guy's name Galacticus? I can't remember exactly, but yeah, Galacticus Pool. He's the guy who like can grow to the size of an entire planet and like eats planets, right? Man, I never really read a ton of Avengers comics or anything like that. I did read a lot of Batman and stuff. I also read a lot of the Simpsons comics and Scooby-Doo comics as a kid, but yeah, I was a weird type of nerd, dude, but let me know in the comments. I think it's Galactica. I can't even pronounce it. Get out of here. Weird Deadpool. It's not right for you. It's not right for you, Deadpool.
Skill issue.
We have one last superhero we could try for Deadpool, and it is Groot Pool. I don't know why this exists, but yeah. We got Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy here, and he's Deadpoolified. It's actually really nice. It's super well detailed. That's the thing with these fakes, is they do full all-around 360 printing, unlike LEGO, who like almost never does that, except for very specific characters. So one up for fakes, baby. They're putting in the effort. But yeah, this dude looks absolutely incredible as Groot, but again, you know, I don't think it's really Deadpool's vibe. He's just not a tree, man. He's just not a tree. He is not Groot. Okay, so obviously all of these characters are kind of taken. Deadpool, you know, it's just not his style, man. He's the merc with a mouth. You know, he can't really replicate other people's thing without being obvious, so let's get that idea out of here. But what he could do is join a superhero force, like the X-Men. That's right, we have Deadpool in his X-Men uniform here. It certainly isn't my favorite. The yellow and blue is super duper ugly. There's his weird looking face with all the scarring and stuff like that, but yeah, this one's kind of weak. I don't know if Deadpool has what it takes to be an X-Men. We kind of found that out over the course of 3 different Deadpool solo movies and one absolutely horrible X-Men movie. But maybe he'd be a good member of the Fantastic Four. I mean, like, you've got the Thing, you've got, what's his name? Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic. You got, oh god, the Fire guy who goes flame on, and Invisible Girl. Yeah, I didn't really ever watch the Fantastic Four or read the comics, if you couldn't tell. Although I did see the movie with Chris Evans when I was a kid, when it was in theaters. So there's that. Either way, he looks really good in a Fantastic Four uniform. The blue and black, or rather gray, it's a good look with Deadpool's pattern. This is a great color scheme for him. I don't know if, you know, the Fantastic Four really works with 5 people, so he'd probably have to, you know, kill one of them, and I don't think the other members of the Fantastic Four would be super keen on that, so yeah, maybe this one's out for Deadpool as well. Now, something I really could get down with is if he became a member of Hydra. That's right, there's like a Hydra Deadpool goon uniform. You can see the Hydra logo right there. I think Deadpool would make a fantastic member of Hydra, but he's not exactly the most covert person out there, so it might not work out, you know. Hail Hydra, he'd probably be screaming that in the streets and in the sheets, and it just wouldn't work out for him. But we got another another green Deadpool, which is a Green Lantern Deadpool, which is really cool because they actually give him the translucent green katanas, which looks great. And again, I think this is another color scheme that really works with Deadpool's armor. You also might notice that some of the Deadpools have actual face masks that you can take on and off. Meanwhile, other ones like the Hydra here, it's just a minifigure head. I don't know which I prefer. I think these ones look better, but it's cool to have the option to have his actual face underneath. Let me know in the comments which you prefer. But yeah, I don't know if he actually would be a good Green Lantern, because to get a Green Lantern ring, don't you have to be like truly good, like good-hearted or something like that? I don't think he would be chosen. He's good guy, but he's not good guy. He's also bad guy, but he is not bad guy. It's very complex. Then we've also got this Deadpool, which I think is actually another variant of the X-Men uniform, I think, or maybe it's like X-Force or something like that. I'm not honestly entirely sure. I don't think it's X-Force, but I think it's just another color variation of the regular Deadpool X-Men uniform, and I kind of like this one a little bit better, to be honest, but it's still not my favorite color scheme for Deadpool in the slightest. Now, honestly, Deadpool doesn't really work great as a team. Again, it's been established in many movies, so let's get him out of there. And instead, maybe we just pizzazzify him. You know, give him another shiny coat of paint. We got yellow Deadpool here, yellow pool, and it's, yeah, I just don't like yellow with Deadpool. I don't think it looks good, you know? I don't even think it looks very good on Wolverine, to be honest with you. Just bright yellow is not good for superhero costumes. That's just my opinion. So let's get yellow out of here. And then maybe we could go with blue Deadpool, which I do think looks better. Blue Deadpool's not bad, blue pool, you know? But then what about white pool? That sounds wrong. I'm not gonna say that again. But Deadpool with white colors. This might be a part of a superhero group. It kind of looks like Black Widow's sister, you know, the one played by Florence Pugh. But I think it's just supposed to be a white Deadpool, which is, it's pretty cool looking. But then there's also pink, there we go. Pink pool. Pink pool is definitely something Deadpool would actually wear, like for sure. But I think he would take it a step farther and become Kawaii Care Bear pool. Yes, which this does come indeed with pink katanas and a pink Care Bear. So that seems right up Deadpool's alley, to be honest. This is very character fitting. But I think he could take it a step further with cheerleader pool. Maybe he just joins a women's gymnastic team or cheerleading team and becomes girl Deadpool, I guess. But once again, I feel like he'd take it further. So waifu pool. Yeah, I felt weird buying this online, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, this is gonna be the giveaway item, and please someone claim it, because people keep on forgetting to check the description of videos or come back to the channel to claim their giveaways. But this will be the giveaway. Please claim it so it's not still in my collection. I've thought about at the end of the year doing all of the unclaimed giveaways in one massive giveaway, which I might do. Let me know in the comments. But for this giveaway, all you gotta do is hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below your favorite Deadpool variant. But this one's getting given away because, yeah. And while we're at it, let's also give away, in the same giveaway, this Deadpool, which is a much more simplistic variant of Deadpool here. He's got like sort of a red ruby thing. I don't really know what this Deadpool's supposed to be. I think it's just another variant of Deadpool, a bit more cartoony. It might be from the video game. I don't know, but these two are getting given away. Enter, if you please. Now we've also got Evil Pool, and this is another one where the legs don't bend, so I think this is, yeah, one of those ones where if we tear it apart, it's gonna destroy him. At first I thought this was Catwoman Pool, but then I looked up online and literally it's just called Evil Pool, and like half of his body is decaying and the other half looks like the Catwoman suit. Ah! Sorry, caused an earthquake, my bad. So I don't know what to make of this Deadpool, but it's certainly interesting. And speaking of evil Deadpools, we've got maybe my favorite Deadpool, which is Zombie Pool. I think Zombie Pool looks incredible, and you can take off his covering, and there's an alternate zombified Deadpool face. I think this one is awesome. His rib cage is all eaten out. There's damage all over him. Yeah, zombie Deadpool's kind of sick, but he can't die, so I don't know how that would work. And then we've got bigger zombie Deadpool. Now, there was a few ways I interpreted this minifigure. Obviously, it's a big minifigure, but I thought either it was a zombie or the gray Hulk Deadpool, or the big gray zombie Deadpool. I'm not entirely sure what, like, let me know in the comments what you guys think. I kind of think it's a big zombie Deadpool, but it also could be the gray Hulk Deadpool. I just don't know. Now, what if we just refined Deadpool's normal outfit and just made it a little bit more tactical looking? This is like dark red Deadpool with just different variations in his tactical suit. I think it's okay looking. Then you've got this variant here, which again, it's just slight variations to his super suit. Nothing too crazy. Same goes for this one here, which has some gold markings on it, which I think look kind of cool, but yeah, not my fave. But what is my fave is this dude. And yeah, you might be thinking that's just a normal Deadpool. Well, he's wearing a backpack and it has Pikachu on it. It also has like kawaii eyes on the back. I don't know. But I kind of think this is just in honor of Ryan Reynolds being Detective Pikachu maybe. Or it's just the fact that Deadpool would probably be really into Pokemon. Then of course there's Nice Pool. Yeah, this is from Deadpool 3. Nice Pool. Pretty funny character, but you know, who would follow him around? Dog Pool. Now, this dog pool is just like a regular Lego dog, but yeah, I have a lot of them. If you couldn't tell, a lot of these Deadpools come with dog pools, which is awesome. You know, I have an army of dog pools. And you know what? We'll add one of these to the giveaway. One of these is going in the giveaway too. There you go. And speaking of animals, oh, dropped it. We have Panda Pool. Yeah, Panda Pool's pretty awesome. He's got Wolverine claws again, you know. He's a good looking Deadpool. Got like a big fat round belly there. And underneath is nothing. This is actually a full-on Lego head, not a mask. Speaking of other very weird Deadpools, we have Samurai Pool, which Samurai Pool is pretty sick. You know, this looks awesome. Maybe it'd be called like Shogun Pool. I don't know, but comes with a ninja star. And of course, the katana works very well with Samurai Pool, so, you know, that's cool. We've also got this variant of Deadpool, which, I don't know, I feel like it's supposed to be referencing something, but it just kind of looks like robotic, like Robot Pool, or maybe it's like Tron Pool? I don't know. We've also got Disco Pool, who comes with his own vinyl record case. Deadpool music. That's pretty cool. Hippie Pool, maybe you call him? Hippie Pool or Disco Pool. Then you've got Red Deadpool, which is incredible. Friggin' Arthur Morgan Pool here. It's a real shame they didn't give him revolvers, but it is what it is. The mustache is fire, though. Then we have Gray Pool, which again looks really cool. It's more like a shadowy, tactical type of Deadpool. I don't know. And the final Deadpool we have today is going to be Motorcyclist Pool. I guess this guy is just like in a motorcycle gang or something. I'm not entirely sure. Now, I'm not sure Deadpool is actually gonna switch it up to any of these. Maybe he'll keep it a multiversal kind of thing. Which, am I the only one getting tired of multiverse in Avengers movies? It's just not my thing. I don't like it that much. It was good in Deadpool. Oh, and the Spider-Man movie did it well too, but either way, let's go ahead and line up all of the Deadpools that we've seen today. Bada bing! And there we have it, lads, a huge variety of Deadpools all together. So many Deadpools. The multiverse is real, baby. Which one was your favorite? Comment down below. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.